Hello, book lovers, and welcome back to Ace Book Talk. Today, we re-delving headfirst into a cornerstone of Western literature, a book so iconic that its title character has become synonymous with idealism and quixotic pursuits, Miguel de Cervantes' Don Quixote. Now, before we get to the story itself, let's set the stage. Miguel de Cervantes lived a life filled with adventure and hardship. Born in Spain in 1547, he served as a soldier, was captured by pirates, and spent 5 years as a slave in Algiers before finally being ransomed. Later in life, he worked as a tax collector, but his financial woes continued, and he even spent time in prison. It was during this period, likely while incarcerated, that Cervantes began writing Don Quixote, the first part of which was published in 1605. Spain in the early 17th century was a nation grappling with its fading imperial glory. The age of exploration was waning, and economic hardship was widespread. Cervantes masterfully captured this societal mood in his tale of a man who refuses to accept the mundane reality around him. Don Quixote tells the story of Alonso Quixano, an elderly gentleman from La Mancha who, after immersing himself in chivalric romances, loses his grip on reality and decides to become a knight-errant. He renames himself Don Quixote de la Mancha and sets out on a series of adventures, accompanied by his loyal, albeit skeptical, squire Sancho Panza. Don Quixote's adventures air a blend of hilarious mishaps and poignant reflections on the nature of reality, illusion, and the human condition. He sees giants where there are only windmills, armies where there are only flocks of sheep, and damsels in distress where there were only common women. Sancho Panza, grounded in common sense, tries to bring his master back to reality, but Don Quixote remains steadfast in his delusions, interpreting the world through the lens of his chivalric fantasies. One of the most famous episodes in the book is, of course, the encounter with the windmills. Don Quixote, convinced that they are monstrous gents, charges at them with his lance, only to be knocked down and humiliated. Sancho Panza tries to explain that they are merely windmills, but Don Quixote insists that a wizard has transformed the gents to deprive him of glory. This scene perfectly encapsulates the essence of the novel, the clash between Don Quixote's idealized vision and the harsh realities of the world. Throughout his journey, Don Quixote encounters a variety of characters, from innkeepers and priests to dukes and duchesses. Some mock him, others try to humor him, and a few even seem to be genuinely touched by his idealism. Sancho Panza, meanwhile, provides a constant stream of earthy wisdom and practical advice, often serving as the voice of reason amidst Don Quixote's madness. Their relationship is one of the most enduring aspects of the novel, a blend of loyalty, humor, and mutual dependence. The second part of Don Quixote, published in 1615, sees Don Quixote and Sancho Panza become celebrities. They encounter people who have read about their adventures and who often play along with Don Quixote's delusions for their own amusement. For their advantage, who are on who so view ha ho ko so ko view However, Don Quixote also begins to face the consequences of his actions, as his idealism clashes with the self-interest and cynicism of the world around him. Ultimately, Don Quixote is defeated in battle by the Knight of the White Moon, who turns out to be one of his friends in disguise. He is forced to return home and renounce his life as a knight-errant. On his deathbed, Don Quixote finally regains his sanity and acknowledges the folly of his past. He dies as Alonso Quixano, a humble gentleman, leaving behind a legacy that continues to resonate centuries later. So, what can we learn from the misadventures of Don Quixote? Firstly, the novel reminds us of the power of imagination and the importance of having dreams, even if those dreams seem unattainable. While Don Quixote's idealism may be misguided, his unwavering belief in his vision is ultimately inspiring. Secondly, Don Quixote highlights the importance of balancing idealism with realism. While it's important to have dreams, it's also important to be grounded in reality and to recognize the limitations of our own abilities. Sancho Panza serves as a constant reminder of this balance. Finally, Don Quixote teaches us about the complexities of human nature. The characters in the novel are flawed and often contradictory, but they are also capable of great kindness and compassion. Cervantes reminds us that even in a world filled with cynicism and self-interest, there is still room for hope, idealism, and genuine human connection. It's a reminder that embracing the world, even with its imperfections, is essential for a fulfilling life. We shouldn't be afraid to dream, to err, and to learn from our missteps. Thank you for joining me on this journey through Don Quixote. I hope you enjoyed this exploration of Cervantes' masterpiece. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe to Ace Book Talk for more book recommendations.